Yo guys, what's up? Julian here, and today I'm going to be showing you how I made my new collab with Brianna Grace and the Yellowheads called SORRYS. I'm really excited for you guys to hear this track. We've been working on this one for a while. It's sort of a new style, you know, kind of taking some techno stuff and also some elements of like big room and stuff like that, and some ravey elements as well, putting it all together in something that I don't think you guys have ever heard before. So I'm really excited for you guys to hear this. I'm also giving away the project file for free, so all you have to do is just grab the track on Beatport, the link is right at the top of the description, and then email your purchase confirmation, like a screenshot or something like that, over to julianearlsubmissions@gmail.com. The link for that is also right at the top of the description. So again, just grab the track on Beatport, send the purchase confirmation, and you get the project file, samples, MIDI, presets, everything from the track free of charge. You can work with it, you can turn it into your own track. You cannot release it as your own track, but you can definitely work with it and use it as a template to make stuff with. I don't really care what you do with it, but yeah, so link is at the top of the description for the Beatport. Again, just grab it on there, send me that purchase confirmation, and I will give you the project file free of charge. Thank you so much for the support. We really want to run this one up, guys, and we think it's a really special, interesting new style. So thank you for all the support, and I will be sending you guys the project file. Let's dive into the track. Alright, so here's the project, guys. So yeah, you can see it's actually not too complicated. It might look like a lot of layers. It's like 33 tracks total, but it's a very focused track, right? You know, it's very much focused around that kick and bass groove, the lead, all of that kind of stuff. And I'll talk a little bit about the idea behind the track first. So the idea here was we wanted to create something that had that techno foundation, right? Like that steady, just nice groove like that, but it's a little bit more melodic. It's a little bit more like futuristic, kind of, with the lead and different elements like that, and just really doing something a little bit different here. I think that was the idea with this track, is not to just make like what you would probably expect if you thought, you know, oh, the Yellowheads and Julian Earl making a track together, it's gonna be techno. This is techno, but it's something a little bit different, and I think it's a little bit more exciting. So I'll just break it down from the top here. So we got the kick first. Now the way this kick was made is it's one of my kicks. This is one of the ones that I made myself with some of the methods I've shown you guys on this channel, actually. And then just the serum bass, and it's a really simple groove. It's just yeah, very simple bass sound, just like a very fat subby bass. A little bit of shaper box. There's also this. So this is like, yeah, this other serum bass, and that's just playing over top of that. But it's only in certain places. You know, you want to keep it really simple. Like, you don't need to have that in the part where you have the lead over here. Just save it for when there's nothing else going on. And then on the group, yeah, just a little bit of filtering. Oh, these are for the breakbeat, so I'll show you that. So yeah, this breakbeat is playing in the break here. So what it is it's like these two breakbeats, and then I just have a kick and a snare. Kind of like underneath those. So then we have the lead, which is made up of 2 layers. So this is the first, kind of like that Yellowheads, like almost like Planet X style lead. And then this one is like a little bit more of a super saw. We've got this reverb thing happening here where it's basically like it's this very wet reverb, and then there's the compressor side chaining it to the actual serum here, and then there's an OTT, and then shaper box making it like have the like side chain pulse there. And then there's just the dry chain. And this is also on this as well. So yeah, you can hear these two layers. On their own, they're not really that fat, actually. But when you put them together, it makes a really full-sounding lead. And that just comes from having, like, two very different sounds. Like, I always talk about this. I preach this, honestly. But it's like, you don't want to just layer together, like, two super saws, for example. Like, it's two sounds that are very different from each other that cover different ranges in the frequency spectrum. And then when you put them together, it creates one very full sound. So this is the bass and the pad and the break. You guys may recognize this. It's a very, like, you know, almost kind of like some melodic, like, rave techno type of stuff. That's what I was trying to bring into this. Again, it's like different sounds, like not just like that same techno break that we all know, but like, okay, it's the slower 128 BPM techno. So then let's bring in something from that faster, more aggressive stuff that you don't usually hear in this style. So this is pretty simple. It's just like a respace. And then this pad over here. And what this is doing is basically it's playing. See, this is made with wavetable. It's playing notes that are not the same notes as the respace, but they harmonize with the respace really well, and it's moving, like, changing notes at the exact same time. And it's just these two note chords created between two different elements, but it creates a really nice little chord there. Oh, then there's also this thing. Dun, 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 dun. That's also just a Serum Patch. You can see there's a lot of automation on this. Like with the sustain and the decay, there's this one point here. Right, you can hear like it opens up and then it closes, and that creates a really nice dynamic there. You know, it makes it a little bit more exciting. Like if you just leave that the same the whole time, it gets a little boring, but this is a way to make it a little bit more interesting and just a little bit different in that part. So then we have the vocal, which the vocal, I really didn't do too much. This was already had like some good processing on it. But yeah, sounds super sick. Then we have this bass stab, which actually just hits in that one spot. Right, kind of sounds actually really nice with the vocal. We also have these bass stabs. Those have that same reverb chain on them where it's like side chained to the group. Then we have the drums. Now the drums are actually really simple. There's not that much going on, right? Like you can see it's really just like two elements there. Over here there's a little extra thing that comes in. But very simple. You really don't need too much extra stuff in this style, right? Like it's more about having a few really powerful elements that are just going to cut through really nicely, rather than having like 20 different background shakers, and you know, you don't need all that stuff. Like it's just a few very full sounding, fat, hard hitting sounds. and that'll really smack. And we also have some effects. There's this Anna down here. Just a little bit more of like a rolling bass underneath everything. You can hear that grooves nicely with the lead. Right, that kind of stuff is what keeps the track moving. Yeah, so that is going to be it for this track. That is how it was made. Again, very simple track, but just this new style where it's all about just a few very powerful elements punching through the mix, and it doesn't need that much extra stuff. And it keeps it clean, and it keeps it from getting overcrowded. You know, you just use a few powerful elements, and it can carry a whole track if everything's written right, and you actually have good stuff, and you're not just making, you know, extra element after extra element. So, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. As always, make sure to like this video as well as subscribe, and let me know what you think of this video in the comments. Like I said in the beginning, you can get the full project file, samples, MIDI, presets, everything from this track is available right at the top of the description. All you gotta do is just go to Beatport, grab the track, email me your purchase confirmation at julianearlsubmissions@gmail.com. That's also at the top of the description, and you will get the full project file and everything from this track, so you can go and work with it yourself. You can use this as a template. You can just learn from it. You know, you can do a lot with this. A lot can be done with this. So, if you want to grab that, definitely go get it. I think it's an amazing value. For all you got to do is just go grab it on Beatport, send me that purchase confirmation, and you will get the project file. So, thank you so much for the support, guys. Let's run it up. We're really trying to run this one up on Beatport. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow with another video.